Hi, I'm Rebecca, and welcome to my podcast, Smashing Through with Rebecca Adams. I am so excited you're here on this episode. Topics include life, business, mindset, full of kick-ass content and high energy. Enjoy the podcast, and remember, you too can smash through and keep going always.
Pay attention to your life. It is time for you to actually acknowledge and have a look at what is working, what isn't working, and reflect on everything. Take stock of, the last year, the last week, the last month, the last decade, if you need, to choose that, or even the situation that you are in, that you are actually navigating right now. Where you are, where you've been, what you've come through, and where you're going. Okay? Because there's so much noise out there that's going to get you off course. It's going to make you look in a different direction. It's going to make you help everybody else when actually you're the one who needs to actually look at what is and also what you don't want. Okay, so what isn't, that you want to add to your life or that you want in your life anymore. Setting boundaries is huge. Okay, so when you can actually shut off all the noise, do the work and reflect for you, and pay attention to your life, it really is going to help your mindset. It's going to help your mental health. It's going to help your boundaries, your self-esteem, your confidence, and it's also going to change the trajectory of your life and your path and journey that you are going along. Okay, so the situation that you're in, that you feel like you need to actually look at it, unravel it, peel back the layers, see what's working, see what isn't, and actually maybe put a light bulb on and go, okay, right, okay. Now, the one thing with this is don't allow the ego to get in. Don't allow yourself to actually, that part of the brain to actually take over and go, no, blah, 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 because that's not going to help. What I want you to do, and I encourage you to do, is sit with a pen and paper, but be vulnerable. Be on your own when you're doing this, but be very vulnerable and write everything down. Everything that's in your head, everything that's negative, everything that's positive as well, and kind of have a look at it, evaluate it, reflect on it and go, right, okay, what did I need to learn in that conversation, in that situation, with that particular person? What did I learn from the previous job or relationship? And then move on from there. See how you've grown. Do you know what I mean? So it's not as if you're going to have a go at yourself all the time. That isn't what it's about. What it is about waking you up and shining a light on the negative, what isn't working, or shining a light on all of that and then praising yourself for coming through it, for noticing what's going on, for opening your eyes, for breathing, for not reacting, for actually coming out of the situation, whatever it is for you, okay? So if you are having a meltdown, if you are restarting, if you are decluttering everything, meaning jobs, people, all of this stuff, I want you to really, really go into yourself and nurture yourself, nourish yourself. Get outside help if it needs be, from a mentor or a coach, a counsellor, whoever, okay, to make sure that they are checking in on you and that you are going through this, navigating it step by step by step, but you're actually dealing properly with the emotions and things, okay? And the one thing that I want to share with you is that with you giving yourself permission to do this, you're going to grow and evolve into a stronger, bolder, wiser version of you. and your future self is cheering you on. They're like, come on, let's go, you can do it. And it's a bit like you cheering someone on who's in a race, or, especially the Olympics, you know what I mean? But if you are, cheering on your football team or your rugby team or a little kid at sports day, it is about that. And your future self is there cheering you on. They want you to do this work. They are cheering you on and being your, cheerleader and supporting you along the way, because they can see, they are living your future life, obviously, but they can see what's ahead of you, except you need to get over this hurdle, this obstacle, this thing at the moment, So it really is important to pay attention to your life. What is working, what isn't? And don't be afraid of the unknown. A lot of people stay stagnant and stay stuck and stay where they are in the relationship, in the job, in the business, doing the same thing, because they are afraid of the unknown. But the thing is, you have to move forward. Go along your own yellow brick road, knock on that door, and you don't know what's beyond that door at the Emerald City, but you've got to really move forward. That is how you're going to grow. Your soul is here to grow and evolve, and that's the way to do it, okay? To actually evaluate and reflect. And you know what? It's really so empowering to shed and release stuff that isn't working anymore, stuff that doesn't align with you anymore, because guess what? You've changed. You are like a butterfly. You are changing in the process of becoming a butterfly. And the thing is that the people you used to be friends with in your 20s, maybe they don't align anymore, because you've grown, you've expanded, you've up-leveled your skills, you think differently, and the thing is, that's a good thing. When people say to you maybe, oh, you've changed, yeah, that's the whole point. That is the whole point. We are not the same people in our 40s that we were in our 30s and 20s. And you know why? Because circumstances happen, situations happen, life happens. And so whatever's touched your heart, mind, body, soul, whatever you've been through, the path that you have walked, no one else can do that, because they're not in your shoes. They can try and understand if you kind of explain, but no, they haven't done it. So you are responsible for you. You are the one person that you spend 24/7, 365 with. You are the one person that has to take responsibility and accountability for your life, your decisions, your choices, and a lot of forgiveness needs to come into play, because you've done something, said something, all of this, that now it's like at the version of the person you are right now, you're like, no, wouldn't have said that, wouldn't have done that, no. But that is evolution. That is you growing. That is you actually growing, reflecting back and going, oh, okay, yeah, I wouldn't have done that, or should have gone in that direction, should have taken that job. But we're not here for the regrets or what ifs or shoulda, woulda, couldas. Okay, we've got to live in the present moment. It's the only thing that exists. The past is a story and a memory. The future's a story that hasn't existed yet and doesn't exist yet. However, when you're living in the future of yours, it's the present. We've only got the present, okay? So pay attention to detail if you want to change your life. If you want more success, if you want more respect, more confidence, you have to make choices and decisions for yourself. And it works with paying attention. But you need to nourish and nurture yourself, release and let go. Go, well, I didn't know any better. I'm looking back at it differently now. And so, I need to release and forgive myself. A few modalities that can help is EFT, journaling, prayer, counselling, speaking to a coach or mentor. And I also have one offering for you. It's on my website, RebeccaAdamsBiz.com. It's my program called Expansion. It really is there to expand and help you to grow and evolve in every single situation, and also heal as well, and release and let go and change the patterns and the clearing out of the old beliefs and the old programming and all things like that. But it is there to help you. It's all going to help. Okay. So I'm sending you lots of love. Have an incredible day. Know that you've got this. You're not alone and you're remarkable. And keep going always. I'll see you on the next one.